Who had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Book 1 by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. Steve Levine's letterer, Kevin Eastman, Ken Fedunewicz, can't pronounce it, sorry, Janice Cohen, colorists. Penguin Books. What had the turtle brought? I know not. We're not discussing just any run to Steve variety amphibians. No. These are Teenage Mutant Ninja 4 of a kind turtles. Crawl just purchased his first, so hopefully a long series of TMNT graphic novels already filmed in the life and history of Donatello and Rabbi Al. Is any of this taken up? Any of this taken up. I've been at this thing for all night. The most interesting thing in this room is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles graphic novel, Book 1 by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. The original. The fucking original. And it's just badly kept. It's not in mint condition. It's just kind of days it's seen its elements. That's what I got from the car boot sale back in the day. Yeah, the car boot sale. Car boot sale. Got a load of comics up here. Second floor of the attic. It's kind of between the second floor and the attic. Keep it up, my friends. Or it may never happen. Do you really think you exist in the Matrix? Basically, you saw that film with Keanu Reeves in it called The Matrix. Well, I can tell you, probably. It's fun to think about for a few seconds, like when you see the film for the first time back in the year 2000, 0000 ago, like, you know, Matrix, like, am I in the Matrix? I'm probably, there's just something on the edge, but just the me. Hey. The man.
I might have no idea what I'm talking about there. Just ignore that man. He's going on about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because he's ran out of ideas, he's ran out of steam, he's ran out of me. He's talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and he's a total maniac. They say if you talk to yourself a lot, it means you're a genius. Certified, I tell ya. Salt and faith. You're listening to the podcast of insanity. So what is insanity? Well, by my account, it's not something you can touch or feel. It's some kind of uncomfortable place and you don't know how to communicate at all. Just don't. You don't know how they're communicating you, so you think they come up with different ways of communicating with you by making the toilet roll a little lighter than the other toilet roll but have it the same size, so like there's might be a key in that toilet roll, and then the shampoo, and then the mirror when it gets like you're in a bathroom and the mirror can break, so they don't want really you to kind of break the mirrors. But you're just trying to test something out because you've never done it before. Just like you don't know where you are. and you don't know who you are anymore. And what you're transforming into could be something hideous. Yeah, we're live. Live, what do we ever be? It's kind of tricky to kind of keep on talking. Yeah, just a bit of a jazz shit going on here. And purple of the night. You're joining me on the podcast. What you would hear is just all made by one person. Me. Whoever I might be. You ever going to go through an alignment? It's great. I think I know it, but how the fuck do I know about anything about it? Like, I could like tell you I've been enlightened. But it's not something that's, well, I don't know, you can have it, fuck it, give you enlightenment. You say you're enlightened, you're grand, like, you're now part of the team. Enlightenment, like, sound like saying Jesus loves you more or something. I think something is just have to kind of not do something like I'm kind of staring at a wall here, like Zen monks do that kind of shite. Maybe like there's a computer screen, there's like all this gear and stuff that made this kind of all the sounds you're hearing here. I've even got like the microphones together. Oh, just hit the mic stands. We got them tactically placed. We're gonna need to arrange this room a bit more, definitely, because there's wires everywhere. But we are getting there. We are getting to the podcast. Well, as much as I can, just gonna clump it all together and throw it all. Just all this art shite. And apologies for hitting the mic stands back a few times, but you are now hearing me talk to us about 3 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, you don't get enough space with this, so you just kind of talk a bit really quietly and see if anyone's hearing. There's probably people hearing. But I can hear the crows, but not a cat. And then cock-a-doodle-doo, 5 p.m. Yeah. Probably have a little backtrack of this kind of what monologue is going on here now. But it's all good. Try to compile it together to try and not get as much dead air as possible. But like, yeah. Well, I'm getting pretty good at this weird room. Yeah, but what I talk about? Aliens. Do you believe in aliens? Do you want to believe in aliens? Well, I want to believe. Is that something that's funny or hilarious or stupid? Or, you know, like, there got to be like something better out there than us. Yeah, that can get to us for billions of fucking light years, and really, probably all have, and they're probably us. You know, like, I think came from an asteroid, like all the meteorites, life. You know, life on a meteorite coming down here, it's like transfer mutation. Yeah, that's how first we were a load of magma and then crossing this meteorite with bacteria on it, so it grew into plants and all sorts of animal kinds. And then, like, you think about it, that space travel, it came from meteorites, another stellar system. They were probably like some kind of fungi, some other life, or like a billion years before. Well, 7 billion. Another 2 billion if you kind of 10 billion years. But really primitive life, and the moon just crashed into the earth. And yeah, well, one of the moons was like big rocks, so it was kind of like planets just crashing in together, and just over a million years kind of starts to probably grind up this all left from carnage, and you know, well, we are the aliens. Just look outside. Plants. They're from another planet, I bet you. And there's something else, maybe a crab or aliens.
Who had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Can I talk to you about the subconscious? You hear it in kind of terms of guilt, like it's all this weird shit on it, like basically, it's best way to articulate your subconscious is this kind of imagery shit in your dreams. Now, I'm no psychiatrist. I haven't spent 7 years kind of studying it. I've basically read Freud for Dummies in college. I can't say, well, basically this and basically that. It's a lot more complicated than that. It was slightly simple back when it started, I guess. Like, you just got those fucking arty-farty types like Magritte and Salvador fucking Dali kind of accessing their dreams or their subconscious. They were doing a lot of acid, I'm sure, man. Like, they must have. Well, Salvador did say, I don't do drugs, I am drugs. He obviously did drugs. He did loads of drugs. Like, he was hanging around with Warhol back in up to the 70s, up to the 80s, I think, with this woman called Gala Dali, who always, like Salvador, referred to herself as the third person. So Gala wants this, Gala wants that, living like true New York fuckers. Like, Salvador was a bit of a fascist that Warhol described. Like, Salvador did piss on like one of Andy Warhol's Marlins when Warhol gave it to him as a present. Like, and Warhol was just so, oh my god, this is so amazing. Salvador Dali is pissing on my artwork, and I'm charging millions for it. Yeah. How did he die? He got shot and he survived that, but he died afterwards. Andy. He was some eccentric character there. Oh yeah. All the albino hair and the glasses. What did he do? Like, he did a few silkscreen prints or something and made a lot of money. Had a big studio out in New York where all the little old scumbags in. Like, it was an art center, and he was a really rich guy working for some furniture company. Got $100,000 a year as a kind of cartoonist illustrator for magazines and shit. Like, you know, like, he said that best places to show up. Well, he said he would show up at the opening of a toilet seat if it was, well, he would show up anyway to anything open, just get his image kind of put out there as Andy Warhol, like he was his own brand. He was a bit of a weird fucker, really. Like, you know, you never heard of him writing to anyone. Like, he didn't seem to have a girlfriend, or I don't know even if he was gay. Maybe it was some kind of you know, what do you call one of them? So it's kind of metrosexual kind of, you know, they don't actually show and exhibit a form of their own, what they liked or what they're mad at. It's just, he's the dude with the phone going over to Jim Morrison. He's like, and Jim Morrison's picking up and says, hello, and it's for you, Andy. And he was like, and yeah. The rest of the door's going, let's get the fuck out of here. They're vampires. Who was that Nico one coming over? They were vampires. It was New York, dude. The amount of heroin that was dumped on that area back in after Vietnam by the CIA, they went to crap. Yeah, dying on the dance floor of angel dust and shit like that. Look at old Andy. You know, it was the party with Andy, I'm sure. Never been to New York. Love to go. Someone invited me a ticket and I could come any time I like, not just go over there and spend a shitload of money on things I don't really have, or I'm happy enough back down here where I'm from. On this planet. This side of the planet. Yeah. Like Salvador Dali with the subconscious. It was a good rubbing shoulders with Freud dynasty, like, who was Sigmund's son, Lucian, or, yeah, he was an artist too, and like, his brothers and sisters were massive influences on the, well, advertising and the media. That's what I was told, anyway. The advertising Mad Men kind of guys who go to psychologists going, how can we tap into their subconscious and buy our products, and just kind of, it's a lot of it's common sense, I guess. Just make them all look happy. Access a kind of soft spot in the human psyche to make them buy, make them consume. Consume. Well, I don't actually endorse anything with this apart from giving just crap for free, but I don't know. They're asking me to nearly pay you for, pay these guys so more you can listen, but I'm not going to do that. No. These fake fucking accounts coming up and destroying this site. Ah, well. Anyway, does anyone listen to it? Say hello. Yo. Yeah. Maybe I could hear from you. You do this shit. Like, it costs you 100 quid of audio interface. Mic. Fuck, you don't even need a mic. You can just download some free software or something. I'm not going to tell you which. I might think of actually, products I'm using here are pretty cheap. I got them from fucking cash converters. Yeah. Well, I guess that's the rest of the music, but I think I'll leave that as a take. Apologies for mentioning any names here. We shouldn't have names. There's only one name you should have, and that is you. How do you know what your real name is? What is the name? It's just something they give to you, and they give you another one if you're in a Western society. If you're in Eastern society, your names are all backwards. It's your ancestor's name on first and your now named last. You gotta retrace your ancestors. What did your ancestors do? Well, they made you. They made you. You are the result of the dawn of time to make you. And you are part of it all. You are all stardust, made from an exploded star. That's what they say. You could be made of something else. You could come from a cabbage patch. You could be grown from a man's rib. You could be a figment of your own imagination. Maybe you are. Maybe you're a computer simulation of a hyper-advanced version of yourself. You ever think of that? And when it's all over, you just wake up and you just realize you've been in front of a computer screen your whole life. And that was it. The HD reality. Sure, if we can create whole reality inside this reality, how do you know we're not already created from another reality? And the wormhole goes down to another world. What's this other world? It's big. Really big. Like even the atoms are bigger. So it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever in proportion. It's another universe on the other side of that molecule, on the other side of that atom, on the other side of that orbit of the protons and the electrons going around the nucleus. Just on the other side. Complete inverted one. Different perception. Something we can't even move through. Because we're it. We are one side and we are the other side. And we are at all angles and all kind of inversions and distortions of... It's just one. It's all symmetrical. Or is it? We really do like symmetry, don't we? Everything's in boxes. Like, you can do a little sum and it's all symmetrical, like 2 plus 2 is equal to 3 plus 1. Don't go into numbers, please. It's not going to help you solve the answers to the world if you're a bit mental. A bit mental. Yeah, people suffering from psychosis do kind of get to look into numbers very persistently, thinking that they can solve the problem of the world. And some of them gave it a good run. How about Einstein? Has he proven anything? Well, of course he fucking has, man. Like, the whole city was blown up. And another one. And a load of desert where John Wayne shot his films in, and the story goes You got a canister from it, and yeah, poor John Wayne. He was on the side of the pro-Vietnam, Green Beret and all that. He was like, he went in all John Wayne in on them Vietnamese. Oh, that was a terrible war. What a time to be alive. Or dead, or it wasn't a great war. Like, it wasn't about invading territory and capturing territory. It was about killing as many of the enemy as possible so they don't overthrow the country. And they didn't even work within the country of borders. There was no borders. No borders to anything. They didn't recognize any kind of ruling territory saying on maps and geography. It's just this way, everything's ours. Yeah, that's the way all respects to the heroes of Vietnam. If there were any. Never met one. Or did I? I think I met some guy who was in the RAF, like during World War II. Really old guy. I wonder if he's still alive now. Yeah. Lie. So this is the end of this segment rant. Thanks for listening. Okay, you're there, you're thinking, oh my god, is this really happening? Is this really happening? Is this really happening? You're repeating that as a mantra. And then you have to remember, wait. Oh yeah, I'm here. And this is happening. And you gotta just talk with your hands, talk with your body, talk with everything. But you can't talk with your mouth. You just can't. So you kind of go and you end up finding something to do, but you're kind of dozing off and you enter into horsehair. Now, I expect you guys to listen a bit when you're sleeping. And I'm not going to hypnotize or anything. No, you're just going to hear my shite for a while and you're going to tolerate it. That's what it's going to be. Horsehair. Horsehair. How did I come up with the name of horsehair? Not telling you. You could find some meaning in it, but it could be just something that stretched into the unconscious mind, the dark zone, the dead zone. Anything that can be taught will be taught. No one should fall victim for being the messenger of that thought. This is the dark side. Dark side. Has anyone kind of really thought going to the dark side force? You know, it's pretty badass to be dark side force. Like, you know, they got Anakin, who's a bit of a shite, like in the early days, but he becomes Darth Vader. Darth Vader. Yeah, that's the guy. Becoming somebody having all your worst nightmares happen into your life, and being a bit of a spastic along the way, you kind of can't help for a bit of self-loathing. Self-loathing. Do you live with self-loathing? If so, leave a comment. I'm no stranger to it. Come on, I do have a face for radio. But I'm not gonna kick myself too hard because there are people with worse faces for radio. Yeah, I don't want to laugh at them. Like, I don't want to be all peace, love with everyone. Well, I can't. What thought can be taught, and it's a gateway to subconscious. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna keep using as an excuse for every bad shit I say. Anyway, sorry for language. Now with this, maybe one day I could be like more family orientated, but not now, because, well, I don't know what the hell this is for, but if you're out there, tune in to Horsehair. Horsehair. You ever think of the ladies that are into horses? They got a big, into the equestrian. I wonder what they're like. They're probably kind of born into a good bit of wealth or some kind of family when they're little. They were just near horses, so to get to ride on horses and big ass animal. Never been on a horse. Have I? No, not even a horse with no name. Never have I written any songs about horses? Nah, I don't want some lad in the basement who's like saying, "Will you fuck me? I'd fuck me." No, I'm not one of the Buffalo Bill guys. Haven't killed anyone yet. I guess whether you're kind of going down to train of your own insanity, you have to explore a few ideas. Some kind of ideas that kind of frighten you. Some ideas that kind of haunt you. Some ideas that you can feel like a criminal just by thinking them. Well, it's okay. A lot of people go through the same things. I think, is this a crime? I'm not sure. No one's ever said anything about it, but you just thought of it. You just thought of something that you're not too proud of. Could be in your dreams. Could be in your memories. Could have just something that happened along the way after so many years. Think about that. Horsehair. We are back. Back with a vengeance. But not with a vengeance that we bring. It's what it brings. Whoever you are you here? May not be talking to you, but I'm gonna be talking to some other spirit. Some other spirit. Okay, you're there, you're thinking that you can feel like a criminal just by thinking them. Oh my god. What did I just hear there? Well, kind of leave it at that. That's kind of spooky. But we found redemption in this. Not kind of happy-go-lucky redemption. Not a thing that... Oh, Jesus Christ, who is that? I think that was from sound effects, yep. There's a lot of stock music here. I made it, like, it didn't sell a million, but did help me along the way. Sure. We'll go through our tough times. Tough times. But I want you to remember, tomorrow is another day. It is, for sure. And you're going to be part of it. You're going to tell yourself, hey, this is me. About a billion years. And you're now here. You existed a billion years after. Just when the Earth was, could be magma or really underdeveloped, or it could be an advanced alien species of super cities. You ever think that some kind of advanced race existed before the dinosaurs? I know it's not science, but it's fantasy. We're just kind of in a mix between, because you never know. You'll jump to the hard conclusions of it all, but Is it really? Now, if you think about it, there's so much time. So much of it. Think that so much of it happened that's probably happened before. Like a single acorn that grew in a forest a few thousand years ago. Maybe there's an acorn outside. And it's even weird because acorns aren't really in season just now. But it's in the exact same shape of that acorn. No, I mean through the molecular level. Possibility not. Wouldn't be very significant. Wouldn't really have much practicality. Maybe just where the source of that could happen, like the theory of the teacup meteorite or an asteroid. Be a rock that's orbiting Earth is shaped exactly like a teacup. Chances are that are very high, apparently, with the amount of space debris out there. A lot of relics, things floating in around there. It could be going around there for millions of years, over millions of periods, only about 1 mile an hour at a time. Billion hours, billion miles it took. This is just like the teacup, completely fictional. I think we'll leave it at that for tonight. Nah, I'll probably make more come up for some after coffee later. Okay, this is Horseair 4. I'm see if I'm gonna make this 20 minutes. What can I go on to you about in 20 minutes? Shall I tell you about Jesus? No. Although I have turned down Jesus before. Mormons said it. They're young lads, going around from Salt Lake City and see if they can introduce me to Jesus, like our Lord Savior. To be honest, it's just, can I not have it from the Mormons? It's not like, I just don't want to figure out, I'm not going to go after the Mormons, they're okay. It's just that they were young lads. Young lads just coming up to me thinking they've seen it all. No, they haven't. They were about 19, going on for the Mormons, and do they know anything about life? I'm good few years older than them. I've seen some shit in life. They probably just saw the first junkie at that street. Yeah. Well, I was pretty old when I saw my first junkie, I think. Well, I know I was pretty young. Everyone's seen junkies when they were kids, going into the city and seeing homeless people. They're just called homeless. They're not actually called junkies, but you can tell they're junkies. That's one good thing about Hare Krishna is they go around to cities and collect money for bottles of soup and said that the Beatles were part of their ideas and kind of ethos, but we all know what they're there for. They are recruiting people, and to Hare Krishnas from usually junkies, but they don't really say that, but everyone knows. Everyone that comes up to you and says hi and looks into those deep piercing eyes and really looks through your soul and goes, God, I'm not even going to advertise it too much, but at least it turns junkies into Hare Krishnas, and I don't know what that really does, but Hare Krishna is Hare Krishna, where you have to, you first hear about Hare Krishna, and they tell you to give up everything, give all your wealth away and all that stuff to them, or who knows, that's what you hear about. You always hear the flip side to them, get you off the smack, yeah, Hare Krishna. Not gonna go too much about them, they're just like the Mormons and like me and you and just didn't like buy him to death. What other religion? What other religion reminds me of this? Satanism. Yeah, it's not really a religion. It's just like book that some Anton LaVey wrote or something. I haven't read it. I'm not going to read it and realize I'm a Satanist. Like, no, probably am, but who knows? Who knows? Do I worship Satan? Well, I don't have those pentagram crosses everywhere. Like, if I do, someone else planted them there, I'm sure. Some crazy person. Or someone who just likes vandalizing property, I guess. Yeah. Well, how are we into this podcast? And okay, a good 4 minutes, and I just insulted a good couple of religions there. Oh, great. Like, I can't wait. Just, it's all peace and love and all respect, and if I ever it's just fun. It's just, come on, buddy. We're mates here. We're all part of the same universe in one. Just had to get a bit of pause there and make you think. Okay. Trying to get the right position of the mic is a perfect art in itself. You know, it's an art form. The art of rolling. That's on the Rizzle faggot. You know, when you start on the rolly papers. Well, for me, anyway. I just remember seeing someone so desperate for a cigarette that we get the leftover tobacco from the cigarettes. You know, like you'd have straight cigarettes. And just, scrub off the ends of the gel, the ash off, and get the remaining tobacco and put it in a Rizla skin and roll it, and then you have your emergency cigarette. And it's not really that nice, it's already smoked, it tastes like horrible tar. But you just want that nicotine high because you've been so desperate. It's middle of the night, you ran out of cigarettes. You're shit poor. Yeah, you're a young lad who's shit poor, or no lad who's shit poor. Or you hear about these guys who go around, could be a certain nationality or whatever, go around, raid the dustbins, where all the cigarettes are, throw them in a use bag, all the bag butts. And then just do that, just get them. Do you know any ninjas? Are you a ninja? If you are a ninja, well, it's proof that you don't exist because I should be dead now because I just mentioned ninjas and I'm not in that country for ninjas, and if there are, they're probably guys with, if they're ninjas, like, can you imagine some guy with a katana sword living down your road, like in all the whole Raphael's, Leonardo, Donatello, and Michelangelo kind of weapons under the bed? Nah. Me neither. Like, they're probably living next door to you, like, friggin' words. Scary. People shouldn't have weapons of any description, like, not even a slingshot. No, not even anyone. Just stop making weapons. Stop making weapons. I know that guns don't kill people, people kill people, but someone made a gun, and that gun was used to shoot someone. Now, if you don't want wars happening, stop throwing guns. Like, it doesn't matter whose side wins, as long as there's not all the guns shot. On both sides. When you make a gun, the gun shoots at something. You're basically making an object that eventually be activated and kill someone. My advice is, you're going to stop violence, stop giving guns, stop making guns. I'm not going to tell you the two main ones, but you see them in third world countries, and you know what guns that country came from, and who made money on that? Guns. Like, they're, they're great designs and stuff in engineering terms. But they're always made fucking too late. You know, that when World War II, I could have, like, rocked the clock. Well, that was not made till and put in production till after the war. Shame. Shame. You could have killed Nazis with that gun. More Nazis and less of... Yeah. But no. It's guns. So... Yeah, gun enthusiasts. No. Like in America, you have... they don't want a tyrannical government. Guns. Like, you're just making guns. Well... Tyrannical government, they're still people too. And maybe they can change their mind for the best, and that's a bit naive, but... When you make a gun, they make a gun too. And it's gonna get so... Oh, like, let's just have less guns, so less things get shot at, less property gets damaged, and... Yeah, less things that go boom. I know it's useful in some areas, but less things just chill a bit, and... You know, this, I don't think it scares me having, like, you know. There's also one thing with guns that also do. They cause tinnitus. Tinnitus. Anyway, I hope this computer hasn't crashed by now. And it hasn't. Which is awesome. Because I never even ran this long, and I'm already talking about guns and religion and... sex. Let's talk about sex. Yeah. Well, I suppose I should inform you, I come from this country that is really afraid of it. Really, or they're absolutely opposite. They do it in secret, or, yeah, some weird underworld. Underwear world. Under. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not going to talk about it just yet. You'll have to wing it at me. Like, there's probably gonna be someone going, "Hi, you're broke," or something. I don't know. Facts. I don't know. Like, there's nothing really. I'm sitting in a room. There's nothing really erotic going on. Like, it's all machines and all. Yeah, machines. Lots of machines about. And I wonder, nothing going on. Well, it's kind of, no, not even on the currency there. Guess the guitars almost look like a woman, but they're kind of designed to do. Yeah, guitars. Yeah. Guitars. I like guitars. You know who's the best guitarist in the world? He's probably some guy in a basement, big and fat and 50 years old, someone with probably some mental disorder, and he plays every guitar solo ever from memory, and he does that without even blinking. And you know what he does? His mother lives upstairs, and he's going, "Stanley, stop playing with that boogie woogie thing." And he's like, "I like playing guitars. I play guitars all day," and he's a guitar, and no one sees him play guitar, but in the basement he plays the most beautiful guitar solo ever. Wow! Most beautiful guitar, and it goes unheard. And he heard it. And he's like, I heard the best guitar solo, and I made it. Yeah. Best guitar solo in the world, and I made it, and the rest of the world can just blow me, because they don't deserve it. I do. They've been cunts to me all my life. Oh, Jesus said C word. Yeah, in America that's really offensive, I hear. Not really over here. It's just we kind of use it a lot. Well, it's kind of almost funny now, because it's a very British thing, like, call someone a cunt anyway, like, and in America it's like, it's kind of, oh my god, you can't do that. No, you say things that we just like, yeah, whatever, you're American, you're grand, like, You just invent certain things over there. We invent our own things, and our ones don't really catch on, but we keep them here, and we make sure you learn them when you're over here. Yeah. Americans. What do I really think of Americans? Well, some are alright, some are morons. But I always gotta think it depends what state you are. If you're from California, you're probably a spoiled kid going, well, if you're over here, you're or somewhere else going, awesome! Like the whole, awesome! It's kind of, you're beautiful and you're doing that, and it's, I don't know, I'm not from around here, and, well, it's really one to just kind of go, and kind of like, they don't even look at you, they just walk past because they're city people, yeah, don't even think, you're never going to be a part of their lives, ever, but I can tell you, I remember you. I remember you as being a get, and if you ever try to run for president, I'm not voting for you. I'm gonna do some kind of, I met that guy once. I thought he was a get, and posted it online, and someone's gonna quote him, oh yeah, this guy, Horsehair, said this other guy's a get. And, yeah, in somewhere on the world, you're gonna make an enemy. And online is the new thing for that, making enemies, because whatever pure person you believe yourself to be, there's someone else out there thinks you're a git. Yeah. Thinks you're a git. Yeah, enjoying my, okay, this techno just stop, gremlins, stop techno gremlins. Okay, it's gonna come back with something anyway, be angry. What's gonna go on? No, you stop that, Yeah, I have a resident DJ here, it's me, myself, and, yeah, me, myself, and the podcast, Horsehair. Now, what was I raving about just there? I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna broadcast it or put it online anyway. It's just empty and shut out, I know. Don't quote me on anything here. Please don't quote me on any, or do, if it's funny, because I have to listen back on this a few times and it's fucking shite editing all this crap. So, as we were back to Mormons, Hare Krishnas, guns, gits, and sex, really badly. Bad sex. Well, it's sex. Yeah. This is again Beavis and Butthead, but, Beavis, Butthead. Hell, I can't say all these things. No, but I'm still running for the 20. No, this is gonna be a 26-minute one as it goes. Alright, I am running out of things to say about sunshine coming through the door, and I'm in a dark room, and, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. So we hear the Horsehair 5. So what's going on in 5? I have no idea. Let's dedicate this first segment to friends. How many friends do you have? Do you have friends? Do you have no friends? If so, I don't blame you. Friends suck. Yeah. They only call you if they want something. Or they're just, I hate friends. I hate friends. Friends suck. Friends have all left me. Yes, I'm very emotional about it. But I see it as a time of Saturn returns. Yes, it's a horoscope thing. Based upon every 14 years or so, 7 years maybe. Well, I'll get back to the 7 year thing, 7 or 8 thing, yeah. Yeah. You ever heard of a thing called Saturn Returns? It's when you turn about 28, Jupiter is found in line with your planetary alignments since you were born. And you're going to go through a certain change. And it transcends friends. Sure, you can have a few friends for life, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes, it's not their fault, it's not quite your fault. Maybe it's you grow apart. It happens. Yeah. I guess we're all on our own paths in life. But don't worry about it. It's not like everyone's gonna like you. Maybe your friends wronged you in some way. Maybe you wronged them. Like, you get to a certain age, you're not gonna go without complete without sin. And if you do, you're the one in power. Yeah, you're the totalitarian dictator going on about justice this and justice that. Some people are not going to be friends. They'll work together and they're not going to murder each other, but some people are not going to hang out together while one's talking about rugby and the other one's talking about fantasy online gaming. Sometimes it just won't work. You heard him. Yeah. Well, friends. What's so good about friends? Sometimes they might rescue you out of certain situations. You gotta have one of those friends who would rescue you out of those certain situations when none else would. Out of that dark place. And some would really just want you to get in that dark place so that they can get to you. Does it sound evil? Well, maybe. Well, you gotta know that maybe evil exists out in the world. Do you believe in evil? If yes, leave a comment. Evil. Something that people go a lot around when they're really in that dark place. You're thinking, evil. Evil. They're out to get ya. They're out to get ya. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can be good, but evil still survives. We've been in this never-ending battle with evil ever since we existed, ever since we were told about it. It's just evil we have to go after. We were told at a young, suggestible age, and we were told that these Indians are evil, so we gotta shoot them. These dragons are evil. We gotta shoot them. These lions are evil. We gotta shoot them. We were corrected over time, but who said dragons were bad? And you know what? Can't believe I stopped believing in, those elves. They're pretty cool. So, elves. To live forever. To be look like that guy from Lord of the Rings or Land of Bloom. And, and that Liv Tyler wanted to be an elf and speak Elvish and have your PhD in Elvish from Trinity College. Yeah, I heard you can get PhD in Elvish from Trinity College. I'm sure some real nerd pursued to, I don't know, there could be language specialists or some kind. Maybe. Yeah, they probably are. Some guy who's can pick up a language in a few hours like it's a piece of piss to him. Or her. You got those genius sorts, those eggheads. Did a few things myself, but some things I just can't do. Like when I'm in a room of crowded people, I just tend to disappear off in the corner. Is that an introversion kind of thing? Yeah, but I need alcohol to kind of be more extroverted. More like my extroverted self is more of a bit of a... I can't stand him, but alcohol lets him out. But the introverted guy gets shit done. He's not that entertaining at first. You'll see him with a blank piece of paper, and he's just ignoring you most of the time. But he's paying attention. He's getting all the energy in to him and collecting it. He just can't direct it at you just yet. You just gotta save it up. Save it up. Instant gratification is something we are getting all the time, and it's taken away from us all the time. It's taken away from us. And then we feel cheated that when it's taken away from us, but it's a new thing. Sometimes you gotta cut off the internet. You know, some things are not that pressing. People on it, not that pressing. They should be off the internet too. Even if you love them bits, nah. You get those ones, if they're really asking for your help online, it means they're really alone. And they probably should get off the internet. But, you know, there's things that suck in the outside world, so it's good to go back to the internet. It has destroyed a lot of livelihoods for many artists and many other professions, I'm sure, but at least it's there to solve your every worry. Order your food, find the woman of your or man of your life, do your banking, do your entertainment, do your masturbation, do your buying, do your work, everything now. We've forgotten what can't be done on it. But that's what can be done. It can be done in about a few years. You got these high-tech HD glasses, and they're just wrapping around you. Yeah, HD, you get smell-o-vision. Some great smells you're missing out on. Great smells. Going out of it, oh, send me this feeling. This is like an old early techno song or whatever I tried to make when I had this really cheap loop pedal I got from Dublin. Oh, there's a story behind this loop pedal. It was a Chinese riff-off of a main brand, and as you see, no warranty. I did this on a cheap old loop pedal. Oh my god, it's getting bad. It's getting bad, and I'm gonna stop it right there for a second. I'm gonna get right back at you. And how's that? Good. Just a bit of cutting. When I make something, I don't actually have a necessary plan. I just hope people like it, but I don't know what people like, so I just throw in all sorts of crap in. You know what? Well, poet, I didn't know it. It's great. I also play guitar. Sounds like some other song that reminds me of something, but yeah, it's a riff. I was playing it in the city when I was living in the city, just in a room without any heating. Builders downstairs because we're supposed to be evicted. Oh, it's shite. Like, you know, the rent crisis and all this shite. Fucking sucks. Like, if you want to... If you're 30, you're kind of stuck living in shit. Yeah, if you don't have a job, you're not going to be able to afford rent. Unless you have a girlfriend who's on the dole too, and you could chip in on the dole together, and yeah, that would be nice. You know, be on the dole together. Don't bother working or all that. Who needs to work? Just keep busy at something. Don't you realize you're just earning money for not yourself, for some other person? Probably even not in your own country. Why are you getting money? All it is paper with ink printed on it and a few triangles and a few weird secret organizations and a few serial numbers on it to make sure it's not counterfeit. What is money? Is it any value? Does it fly to another world? Do other aliens use money? Who knows? Who knows? Do aliens use money? Maybe they have transcended it, or maybe we have been split as a species of having to use money. Money. I think I'm going to go over that in the next episode. Keep tuned and to Horsehair. I'm just here to say I'm sorry. Not sorry for being myself or just believing the true way of peace is freedom of speech, or about certain things that can be taken wrongly, said by me. I'd like to say I'm sorry for being me and having this horrible sense of existence in this seat called Horsehair. Horsehair is me. Okay, I'm not really the most charismatic person that you would want to know, but can I still be me? I'm sorry for being me. So let's talk. I think I was going to talk about money. Yeah, I think I promised that too. And that loop pedal. I haven't mentioned the story of the loop pedal just yet. Few other things, but when I go back, I do listen back on what I say. And yeah, I do regret what I say it many times. But I can tell you one thing, there's always love. And I will never regret saying that to you. I love you. Horsehair loves you. Whoever you may be, at a given moment, at a given time. You can change. I can change. We all can. But I want you to know, I'm sorry for not living up to those people on the big screen. I can't watch those TVs anymore. No, I can't. I don't even know Game of Thrones. I'm not gonna name drop. A horrible thing happened to me mid-season of season 2 of Game of Thrones. Well, I'll tell you about online. There's these apps on your phone, and these you download any app. It whatever your darkest fantasies give you. Yeah, what darkest fantasies do you have? Well, my darkest fantasy are darkest, but they're not dark. No, it's me trying to pursue something that I don't want to buy with money. Don't want to buy with money. I want to get it working hard for it. And money is a false god. Definitely is a false god. But I wouldn't say no to money. No, not in the slightest. What would I use with money? Would I build a load of houses? Would I make myself look younger? Would I Just lay on a bed of money and just sleep on the money. You know? Money. Get back. Grab that hands with both cash. Oh, what is that kind of lyrics there? Am I allowed to even say those lyrics? Like, there's not a moment when it's not being said in this world, but well, loads of different songs have said about it. But what I get from money, it's kind of tokens of how much you worth. They're tokens. I'm not gonna say they're you're easy to control you by our darkest overlords. Who are our darkest overlords, you might say? Fucking lizards, man. Of course. Fucking lizards. And here's the thing. Why do we think it's lizards? Because we don't have a name, but it's ancient. It's ancient. And we all know it. But it could be lizards, like, it could be total shite, like, who knows, like, the moon is probably just one big lizard spaceship. Reptilian. Well, who knows? But it's kind of safe to say lizard, because the lizards know you're just mad for winding that stupid thing up. I'm not saying lizards, but... Oh yeah, I was talking about money there. And I guess I don't have much money because I'm talking about lizards here and they're not going to let me get their money now. No, they're going to make sure that I'm not going to work in any sector of their companies, which is all of them. But no, I don't actually believe that. But it's more of a symbolic thing, because a lot of things that the so-called lizards do, well, it's done by real people, too. Horrible things in the world. Famine. World War. Plague. No, well, not plague, but the spirit of it. Jesus Christ. Like, if people actually started plaguing people, like, really serious. I know the Black Death was blamed on other minorities, but we won't get into that because that's horrible, because that's pure ignorance at work. And that's one thing I get with it. You could pursue money, be ignorant about haves and have not, or you could believe in lizards, I'll be honest though, or have lots of money and believe in lizards with lots of fame. Like, you know, that guy is the brother of that one, and he goes on about the Illuminati, and no one listens to him because he's a bald lad in that band. Yeah, you know who he is. And he goes on about lizards. But I think he's just talking shite there. Just talking shite, going on while drunk. Like, you know, when you're playing a band, you're getting lots of booze anyway after pouring a pump. You just want that last pint. But, yeah, a lot of musicians do become alcoholics since they do get paid in beer. That's what the puppies pay, yeah, and that's the venue for music. Do I want to change that? I could say, send me your money, but I'm not going to do that yet. Like, maybe I could make a teacup or something where mugs that say merchandising, but someone can do all that work for me because I'm too tired now. But what about the elephant in the room? The imaginary elephant that dreams in pink. That dreams with drunk people as he's flying around. The elephant in the room. With his trunk and his big ears. Always listening in for horsehair. As we get to another stage of horsehair, I'd like to inform you that you've been listening this long. What's up with you? You need to go to sleep. And what better way to sleep? Wait, could you let me just get off just for 5 seconds? Just want to get something. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. I just got this, what is this? This information thing on the drugs I have to take every night. It's asked me to keep this leaflet. I may need to read it again. Just if you ask pharmacists, and it has a brand name. There is oh my god, oh yeah, this is scary to read. I'll read an extract of it. So I'm not going to read it word for word because there's a lot of common side effects. May affect up to 1 in 10 people. Uncontrollable twitching or jerking movements, headache, tired, nausea, vomiting, an uncomfortable feeling in the stomach, constipation, increased production of saliva, lightheadedness, trouble sleeping, restlessness, feeling anxious, sleepiness, shaking, and blurred vision. Well, do you know what this drug is for? It's to try and fight all those symptoms. I'm just gonna throw it out of the way, but I'm not perfect. We all got these medications that go on. Some have diabetes, so they have to get the insulin. Some have to get medication for their weak heart. Some take loads of painkillers like old people. Some take LSD. I've never taken LSD. Actually haven't. And people who give me those drugs think I've taken a lot of LSD, but not really. I don't know really, like, it could be like in that episode of that sci-fi one anyway, when the main character is acting pretty unhinged, pretty unhinged, and he's starting to fight with his boss, and then his neighbor is going mad too, and his partner sees it going mad, and he's about to throw him into the mental at this stage, or fire him, but then turns out from the source he is being spiked with LSD like amounts. But I don't know if LSD would do that. Now, when you're tripping under these psychoactive drugs, you have to think of it as this. This may be weird in mind, but if you could somehow get that voice inside you to tell you, wait a minute, to yourself, you go, whatever you're doing now, remember, you're on drugs. So whatever you do, don't. Okay, if you think that power drill to your head or something, and you're just tripping balls and think this is a good idea, have that little voice inside telling you that, wait a minute, you're on drugs. Stop whatever you're doing right now. Because you could be on drugs, or if you do something insane, or you could be having a bit of madness. The thing about drugs is it's the easiest gate to go into madness, but you always have to be an eccentric kid to be officially mad, I think. You can't just develop it later in your years, can you? You probably can. But what was I going to say again? Now, I don't condone the use of drugs. I don't think they should be legalized in a fashion where you have some big brand putting a picture of Bob Marley or whoever uses this kind of specific drug and tries to sell it to more people, take it. No, I don't believe in that kind of like tax thing. If it goes to schools, like the taxes aren't going to go to schools. No, it's going to go into the big pot of the fund, and then it's going to go all sorts of places where it is desired. As a fact, legalization of it, it's not going to make place a better world as it is now. It's just going to make it a bit different. Different people are going to be complaining about different things. I think just try to work it one bit at a time. Work it one bit at a time. Like it's... Sure. Especially with the electronic music, there's a big association with amphetamines with it, but that is different yokes for different folks, I guess. I personally like making techno just because it's a big nerdy kind of thing. It's fun. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just looking for something in pattern in nature. A pattern in nature. So you hear those hipsters asking you, why don't you walk in nature and enjoy life? Well, I do enjoy it, but nature has shit that can sting ya. I'm not afraid of it. It's just, I don't think it's a cure-all and end-all. Well, it kind of is, but what am I talking here? Anyway, I'm gonna review this, see what shite I'm talking here. Anyway, Horsehair out. Whoa! Welcome to Horsehair. In this first segment, I will read out a verse from the Tao Te Ching by Sun Tzu. Random verse. Thesis 65. The ancient masters didn't try to educate the people, but kindly taught them to not know. When they think that they know the answers, people are difficult to guide. When they know that they don't know, people can find their own way. If you want to learn how to govern, avoid being clever or rich. The simplest pattern is the clearest content of an ordinary life. Yeah, you can show all your people the way back to their own true nature. That's it. Might have gotten something a bit misquoted there, but we'll go over it word for word. The ancient masters. Were there any ancient masters? Are you an ancient master? If so, leave a comment. I gotta vary that. I think I picked that up from someone. Yeah. Oh yeah, now I know who it was. Anyway, yeah, you're an inspiration, man. Yeah. Or I don't know, whoever you are. Yeah, it's hard doing a podcast. Like all this is the shit music I've made in my lifetime. I'm just throwing it out there. No one ever listens to it anyway. But well, back to the ancient masters. didn't try to educate the people. What lazy gets. They didn't try. You know what they were doing? They were just, we're just we're ancient masters. We were masters back in the day, but like we're old now and dead. Yeah, they didn't try to educate people, but no, I don't think I read it quite away. Like, they didn't try to educate the people, but kindly taught them to not know. So they might have screwed with people's heads a bit. Told them 2 + 2 = 65. Might. Never know. What's 2 + 2? If you know what 2 + 2 is, good for you. When they think that they know the answers, people are difficult to guide. Well, when they think that they know the answers, the ancient masters, you think, people are difficult to guide. So if you're a know-it-all, you're gonna have a hard time. Yeah, I get that. If you're a know-it-all, people aren't gonna be working with you. Like, here's the thing with work. Doesn't matter if you're absolutely brilliant at it. It's how well you get on with the person you have to do it with. It's very true. Like, you could know how to launch a rocket to the moon, and someone wants to get to the moon, but he uses a dude who knows how to fix a car. Fair enough. They'll get there eventually. But maybe. That's people working with people they like. Okay, so the Tao Te Ching is now asking me here, if you want to learn how to govern, avoid being clever or rich. I rule. Well, maybe I don't. Anyway, that's easier. That's savvy for you. Yeah, here it comes again. How many is that? 3 sneezes. Okay. Here's one more. Wait. Nearly coming. Okay. Now. So, avoid being clever or rich. The simplest pattern is the clearest. Yeah, simple is always good. But I like to make it complicated because you know, simplest pattern is clearest, but it's not always much fun. Like, you know, you're probably hatching the metaphor with water, like looking in a pond and you see that, and it's all clear and serene, and might be a slight ripple by some of the cod just, or whatever trout swimming in the pond, and it's just like ripple. That's great to live out in the country. Yeah, simple. Grand. Oh, yeah. The simplest pattern is clearest. Content with an ordinary life, you can show all the people the way back to their own true nature. So be calm and easygoing, and everyone will be at their true nature. Okay, I'll stop pissing off people then. Grand. Thanks a lot, Tzu. Thanks a million. So, I guess I'll read from that book when I'm bored or want to inform you about Taoism, but you can look it up online and there'll be this guy who has load of different versions. But the one I was listening to replaced the word he and man with the odd time with she and woman. Yeah, just to make it more correct. Like, now, Grandy was explaining that he was saying that there's no real annotation between he and she in the original translation. Get it, yeah. But who translated the first original? Now, it wasn't the best Chinese, and there's translation, but yeah, well, I don't know, but if you keep changing it and changing it and changing it and varying it, it becomes, well, I think that's every religious book there. It just kind of gets modified over time just to suit the political aspirations of that given era. Think about it. Like, all these politically correct people, they're probably just going to go over to Eddie Murphy stand-ups and, like, where he's ever going something a bit offensive. Like, yeah, it's the 80s. Every comedian was a bit offensive back then. But you really want those, like, erased from, you know, like, I get it. Like, Bill Hicks's last ever stand-up on the Letterman show. he goes on against now Bill Hicks, greatest comedian of all time, greatest comedian of all time. But I remember I was at a gay couple's apartment. You know, it was friends of mine, and they always cook the best food. Anyway, now your man's on with the other man at the moment, but they had a YouTube party with just throwing shit on YouTube, and I decided, you never heard of Bill Hicks? Greatest comedian on the fucking planet. So let's put him on, and I put on the Letterman show one, and he starts going on to get about this is 90s. I get it. 90s weren't used to gay people that as much. They were worse in the 80s, but things like that should be deleted because people that don't are not entertained by it or not agree with everything they say. They just said it. Leave it on record. We say a lot of things that we do regret, quite a lot. We look back on and I'm sure Eddie Murphy is just looking back at those things and he's going, oh shit, did I say that? Well, it was the 80s, but it goes across the board. They're just examples. Now, they're just examples, but there's plenty of times where you say shite that you can't. And Facebook is the worst for that, or any kind of online media. I don't want to mention, but it's the part of our life. I know it's a private company, but it's part of our life. It's how everyone in the area, my universe, communicates these days, or doesn't, if they don't like people. Yeah, but I get a bit jittery about talking about certain brands, but some are just inaugurated in everyday life so much. If you can't talk about something that's that big, and it just says, don't talk to me, don't talk about me. Well, yeah, people talk about me all the time, I'm sure. Now that's anxiety for you. You think everyone's talking about you, even when they're not, even if they don't care. And then you think, why don't they care? And it all gets a bit messy. You're going around the street, you're thinking of something on your mind, could be something you night out before, and it discomforts you. Just, something you thought you said, the fear. All us people in this country get it. And you're walking down the street, and then BAM! Some old lady is looking at you with a dirty look, and you don't know what it's about. So you keep walking, and there's these teenagers walking past, and 10 feet while behind you as they're walking past, they're laughing. And then you're going down the street and you're looking at your reflection in the mirror. Did anyone paint on your face from the night before? It's cock swask as everything, scumbags do it all the time. Shave your eyebrows off, buckets of paint all over you, or you're in all sorts of makeup, you're probably sleeping on a couch floor, but we don't know, maybe it's like that. Even though you had a shower before, you're still thinking about it. But what are you thinking about most? You're thinking with all the anxiety that you have to go down the same route that girl you once talked to and professed your love to, and she said no, you have to walk past her every day. And she kind of looks at you. You imagine her just looking at you, just kind of almost running away, but it's grand because that's the wrong person and you're just doing it all imaginary, but you're still walking down the street and you see past some guy that you could owe money to, or you could owe something to, may have bought you a pint on the previous day, but no, he just keep on walking by because it's the city and no one cares about you anyway. So you're in that dark place, it's hissing rain and your socks are already wet and you're in the pub for a cure. It's not just any pub, it's your local. It's where you get all the intel of what happened the previous night. And what did happen? Well, as you see online there, all the pictures of everyone there and not one picture of you. And you remember being there. What's going on with that? What's going on with that? It's not until a few hours later then you realize something. They go, and then you're thinking about it for 2 weeks, and then you're kind of laughing about it near the end, and you're kind of laughing, but you know, that is just your life. Life. It's not always fairy tale. It's not, but it's more chance to be a horror story. So many horrible things happen in life. But, you've got the book that could save you. The book by Sun Tzu. From The Art of War. War. Ha! Make his form visible, discover his grounds of death and life, probe him, know all of his strengths and weaknesses. The highest skill in forming dispositions is without form. Formlessness is proof against the prying of all subtlest spy and the machinations of the wisest brain. And what did I pick up from that? Well, war is an art or something. My brain is not thinking. My brain is not thinking. Oh, you enjoying the music? Yeah. I think we'll just chill and go to the dark room. Realize what's around you. What is around you? What do you hear? Well, let it play with your ears. Look at your hand. See the lines along your hand. Put it closer. Put it closer. Put it closer. And if you're listening to this with company, the person who's listening to it next to you, slap the back of that guy's hand and right into his face. Hurry. Yeah. Did you do that? Okay, you didn't. You probably did, because you're alone listening to this. You're not listening to this with company. Unless you probably are me, trying to show off my new podcast that I've launched in the past 2 days. Yeah, it's going grand. So I had 3 sneezes in so far. So here a sneeze is 1/8 of an orgasm. So 3/8. Well, I would need to get 5 more sneezes to get that 1/8, and 56 more. What? 1/8 of an orgasm. Yeah. Okay, so that is 56 sneezes I have to do. Okay. 5. Okay, 3 sneezes out of 8. So 3/8 of 1/8. Can you do the math? Leave a comment below. I'll give you a bit of time. How much of an orgasm did Horsehair had so far? Leave your answers in the comment section, and you might get a like. Do you ever think that you're in a pub and all your life problems, the barman has seen that before? Seen it all before. Like in the original series of Star Trek, where they had Christopher Pike, Captain Pike, and didn't have Leonard McCoy there on service. But what they did, who seemed to have the same kind of character as Bones was the barman. And maybe that was the old 1960s approach to your health. The barman is a moral counselor. Of course, that is the pilot. So, in the next episode, they bring in William Shatner to be Captain Kirk. And, oh, did I tell you that Spock was in the original pilot? Yes, they even had a revisitation of that episode, making it into 2 parts of editing, where it was a flashback kind of episode. They made it in 2 episodes, and they won an award for it. They recycled the stuff they had and made it into... They barely did any of the work. Most of the work. Well, they did the work, but they salvaged a bit. And sustainability of even art. Recycle it. Recycle art. Because a lot of it does get thrown in the trash. Like, even if it's 700 years old, it's probably still in someone's attic. There is bad art. Medieval bad art. Renaissance bad art. Modernist bad art. Pop bad art. And they're all taking up clutter. I say, détourne them on. That's a word used of turning a bit of media and either subverting it, inverting it, well, basically painting over it and making it something new. Because a lot of history could be perceived as garbage by most people, and it takes up a lot of room and a lot of garbage around. But it could be used rather than landfill, unless if you want landfill to be a source of natural gas. That's all gas. Recycling. It's always the best thing. Find something and turn it into art. Could be a chip bag. Could be an old door. Piece of wood. Piece of metal. Piece of rock. Piece of fabric. Piece of glass. It could be anything. Just turn it into art. That would be a sculpture's approach. If you're a student sculpture and you can't afford, you'll be raiding skips and using that for your materials, and you'll be using tape and nails and a hammer, and if you are under adult supervision, that, by the way. Yeah. Art college. All you are is playing with Mala and crayons. Come on. You gotta do better in life. And that is Horsehair. If you are offended by such comments, well, I'm glad you made it this far. You can say whatever the fuck you like. Anyway, Horsehair, out. Hello everyone, this is Horsehair, taking you on a country walk through the fields, through the daisies, where the royal wild garlic grows. Sycamore trees, horse chestnut, grass, moss, and a bit of cowshed. An electric fence. Bit of litter, a golf ball, a rusty washing machine, an election poster, builders, tarmac Adam, construction vehicles, the mayor opening a new bridge over the meadow for access to another city. Oh, access to another city. Yes, in a way we should be all connected. But are we really connected to the earth? So, without further ado, that was the country song. But this song goes on for about 20 minutes. Because I know I played it. Yeah. There once was a man from Humpty Dumpty eating cabbage in the yard. Oh yeah. Maestro. He's just gonna keep playing, but I can't help just forgetting what I was on about, but I'm switching to one emotion from another. It's really major or minor. Minor. Oh yeah, I did do this kind of like grunting thing with my voice. I can do like just to clear my throat a bit.
White Noise Blues. Some kind of generic blues. Now you hear about Muddy Waters. Yeah. The blues, the blues, the blues, the blues. You know, when you got the blues, you have the blues. Blues is when you have no money. You got the blues. Blues when you got no money to pay for house rent. You got the blues. And it's when you got no money to play for food. You damn right you have house rent and the money and got no job and you damn right you're just blues. And when you think blues, you think evil and you think evil about blues. That's what I'm saying now.
That was my best Howling Wolf impersonation. Okay, basically, Tom Waits. By the way, I'm crap at expressions. Like, I'll do without. Yeah. Well, it is, at this time, it's 10 to midnight. Don't know what time it's over there on the listening receiver, but it's getting late.
It's getting late.
Music. You know, this is kind of turning into one of those really dodgy open mics that happen, like, when there's a fuck all turnout. It's always a fucking... Well... One has to respect a musician. No, they don't. Oh, no. Some of them are twats. Like, you can throw shit at them if you want, but, like, you can get away with it, but... Yeah, it's not like they're getting paid much. Like they might get you beers or something, but as I said in one of my last episodes, that's why most musicians are alcoholics. They get paid in beer. I'm not shaming anyone, but like, you know, it's beer there, and just, like, it's really the musician's choice if they want to drink or not. But most of the time they just take the drink. It's the only way to be dealing with other drunks is to be as more drunk than them. So you're the nuisance rather than them. Yeah. It's the way of the musician. Always dying for all of our sins. A lot of them die at 27. I'll make think of a list of them. There's Robert Johnson, Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse, Brian Jones, Dwayne Allman, Jim Morrison, to name a few. So, the only thing I could figure out is maybe it's that legend of Robert Johnson, who was poisoned by a jealous boyfriend.
Raise your window, babe. I ain't going out that door.
You know, that kind of thing, but you know, this idea he must have sold his soul to the devil to play guitar. He had a bit of practice and yeah, played well. Clapton tried to emulate him. A lot of people try to emulate him in a way. Some were successful. 27 Club. All die at 27. What's the special age? That's when the devil is getting back your soul. After you're selling, you're just leasing it out. And when the devil comes, claim back your soul to the fire and the brimstone. Legend has it. Now, in respect to these dead people, there's a lot more of you dead people now. You know, a lot of celebrity deaths coming around. It's because of the mass influx of celebrities that were created in the...
Are we rolling here? Are we rolling here? Yes, we are. We are going to Horseland, and we are going to have a good time. Yeah. Oh, that's loud music, but maybe we'll have a kind of chill out anyway, sure. We are had a bit rough night last night. I was puking my ring out. I was kind of like, it was all the stress. A lot of stress. Like, don't be stressing yourself out too much anyway. No, you shouldn't die for your own art. It's a terrible thing to do. Shouldn't take yourself too seriously at all. Just relax. Now, I hope everything's all good in the Horseland anyway. But